All right, with the economic slump, more and more couples are deciding to only have one child. So it's creating some new and unique ways to parent. Many parents of only children are actually taking extra steps to provide a sort of sibling rivalry, I guess you could say, for the kids. Tricia Ferrara is a licensed professional counselor. We appreciate your time tonight.
Sure, Carrie.
Let me start, I should say, by asking what this attempts, I guess, to correct. How are single sibling children different from, people that have 3 or 4 brothers and sisters?
Well, the children themselves are no different. It's the experiences they have will profoundly be different from a child who has siblings. A child who has siblings is going to have varied opportunities to socialize.
Sure.
And that is what this other, a child who doesn't have siblings will not have. Now, that said, that doesn't guarantee that what happens with siblings is all positive and constructive.
Right.
A lot of mistreatment can happen below the radar and bad habits, coming one of 5, believe me.
Right?
Firsthand experience. Yeah. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that their children get enough socialization.
So what are they doing? Are they kind of setting up like special play groups for kids to learn how to share and play and that kind of stuff?
In a very deliberate way, what these parents are doing is making sure that their children get these varied experiences so they can learn how to share, collaborate, work through difficult feelings, and most importantly, develop an identity. That's, these little friendships allow a child to evolve and play different roles, and that's extremely important.
Is it different than a regular play group that you would send, like, your 2 kids to?
Well, you know what? It shouldn't be. A lot of the play groups should be more directed than they probably are. And in my practice, I do an awful lot of parent education to say to them what I call supervene, supervise at a distance where you can intervene to make sure things go constructively. Not perfectly, just constructively.
So some parents, I guess, are also spending less time maybe with their kids or kind of making sure they know how to play among themselves. I mean, is that part of it as well?
Well, I think when you have an only child, there might be a tendency to be together a lot, and the child loses an opportunity to get a comfort level with standing on their own 2 feet. I mean, that's a potential. So they want to make sure that the child has the opportunity to develop that comfort level, to play independently. Sure. So that's a good idea.
All right, well, that makes perfect sense. We're going to actually ask you to stick around because we have a story coming up that I want to get your take on. Yeah, it's really interesting. We've been talking about this all evening. Thomas, Sally, and we're talking about the link between your smartphone and your sex life. Yeah, we found a study that says one smartphone in particular is helping users get lucky, apparently a lot more than the others. So we'll have to dissect which phones we each have. We're going to talk about which brand
I have an iPhone. What's that say? You have a
Ooh,
BlackBerry, right?
Yeah, I have a BlackBerry. I guess we're going to find out the answer.
Yeah.
Go figure, there's a link.